Hello there. I've been discussing quite a lot concerning safety climate. So here is another research on safety climate, but now across cultures or across countries. My name is Risa Yusia Sunindio. Today we'll answer a question: is there any difference in terms of safety climate level between the Australian construction industry and the Indonesian construction industry? So just a quick recap on safety climate. Dov Soha was the first person who coined the term safety climate. He defined safety climate as a summary of moral perceptions that employees share about their work's environments. Essentially, safety climate is about attitudes and perceptions of people or employees towards safety in the workplace. There has been many research on safety climate. Researchers have found that positive safety climate is correlated with lower rates of workers' compensation, better safety behavior, less injuries and incidents. So therefore, safety climate has been used as a leading indicator of safety performance. So as a leading indicator, in a sense, safety climate can predict safety performance, even though there is no accidents, incidents, or injuries happening in the workplace. Safety climate is also dynamic, so it changes over time. So it's important to assess safety climate periodically. Also, there can be more than one level of safety climate within an organization. Let's say if there are different management levels within an organization, so safety climate in one level can be different with safety climate in other levels within the same organization. This research focuses on safety climate across countries, something which has not been done quite frequently in the past. So we collected data from employees, construction employees in Australia and Indonesia, and we would like to compare their safety climate levels. So we collected data from 415 employees in Australia and Indonesia. In this research, we assessed 6 dimensions of safety climate. The first one, management commitment. Of course, it is important for employees to believe that managers are committed to safety and consider safety as equally important as other measures of organizational performance, such as productivity and profit. The second one, safety communication. So there should be regular informal and formal communication between managers and the workforce about health and safety issues and the need to work safely. The third one, safety rules and procedures. Safety policy, safety rules, and safety procedures must be perceived as practical, realistic, and appropriate. The fourth one, supportive environment. So this refers to the degree of trust and support in the workplace, including relationships with superiors, relationships with co-workers, and overall work conditions. They are conducive to health and safety. Number five, personal accountability. In this case, the workforce should be actively involved in developing health and safety initiatives rather than being passive recipients of safety policy and procedures from the top. Furthermore, the workforce need to value health and safety so that they are motivated to implement and improve health and safety initiatives. The last one, safety training, health and safety training for new employees and also regular training for existing employees have been associated with positive safety climate and, of course, lower incidence rates. So therefore, it is crucial for this training to be effective in providing sufficient knowledge for employees to identify safety risks and perform their works safely. And it is obvious also from research that trained and experienced workers report fewer stress symptoms and are less prone to hazards. A high level of competence therefore supports the development of positive safety climate. In the survey, we used a 6-point Likert scale format, so therefore the responses ranged from 1 to 6. And here is the result. So we can see a very interesting result. The safety climate level in Australia and Indonesia are quite similar, 4.5 in Australia and 4.45 in Indonesia. The difference is not statistically significant. If we look at the 6 safety climate dimensions, most of them are similar as well, although there are a couple of significant differences. In terms of safety rules and procedures, in Australia, the safety climate level is 3.91, which is significantly lower than the level in Indonesia, 4.22. And another one, personal accountability. In this case, the safety climate level in Australia is actually higher, 4.65, while the level in Indonesia is 4.34. It is interesting and surprising that the results showed no significant difference between safety climate levels in Australia and Indonesia. However, it is clear that this does not mean that health and safety implementation in Indonesia is comparable to that in Australia. Safety climate is assessed based on the attitudes and perceptions of employees towards health and safety in the workplace. And once again, our results show the importance of cultural relativity in international safety research. So in other words, safety climate must be interpreted within the context of wider health and safety norms, regulations, awareness, knowledge, and typical work environments to make any sense. The cultural relativism theory from a safety perspective, from a safety perspective, is that people's judgments of safety performance will always be based on experience as determined by their own culture. In other words, cultures are the ultimate authorities on what safety means, and that these standards can vary from country to country and also change over time. So finally, our findings highlight a significant issue when assessing safety climate across cultures, especially for international companies that operate across international boundaries, and when attempting to improve safety performance. Even though the safety climate levels in two places seem similar, this may not reflect the expected safety performance. In this case, other indicators need to be used to complement the safety climate results so that the complete picture of safety performance can be obtained. Therefore, attempts to improve safety should consider the influence of culture on the institutional context. An approach successfully implemented in one culture cannot be simply copied to another culture, but should be adjusted to ensure success in another. So just a quick recap. Measures of safety climate alone are not enough to provide a complete picture of safety performance in a context, and that cultural context is important mediating factors in assessing effective safety climates across different countries. In other words, what is a safe organizational climate in one country may not be a safe climate in another. So this result has implications for the transfer of safety practices between countries by international regulators and also by construction companies operating in an international context. This research has been published in a journal called Engineering Construction and Architectural Management. The title of the paper is Comparing the Safety Climate of the Indonesian and Australian Construction Industries, Cultural and Institutional Relativity in Safety Research. I would like to thank my colleagues in Australia and Indonesia for supporting this research. Thank you. I do hope you enjoy this video. Take care.